A fiery Tuesday evening to the folks watching at home. The hot weather is perfect for the steaming match we're about to have. And just as hot as the teams, we have a brand new caster joining us today in KJC eSports Updraft, week number 5 semifinal. Zach, how are you feeling tonight?
I am feeling really excited, and like you mentioned, apart from the heat outside, it is definitely going to be a fiery match between both of these teams. I think it's going to be a matchup between Team Nightmare Phoenix, who we did see the both of these teams in the quarterfinals yesterday. We did see them pop off, and I think that one of the matches which was between the side of AC Sports and Nightmare Phoenix. It's the matchup today. You did see AC Sports pop off yesterday against Gen Hawks with a score of 13-4, and I think that they are looking forward to a repeat performance. But the question is, will Nightmare Phoenix make it that easy for them?
Absolutely, that is the question we seek to answer today in an action-packed best of three. Yesterday, Ace Esports, as you mentioned, absolutely dominated the game against Gearhawks. And Gearhawks is one of the established organizations in the collegiate scene here in the Philippines, unfortunately falling short of the prowess of Ace Esports Philippines, who are back today to hopefully establish that presence against Nightmare Phoenix. However, the story before Nightmare Phoenix is that yesterday they won by default. So this is the first time that Ace Esports is going to be playing against them with very little information. That is absolutely one of the things that's gonna be a challenge for them. And let's take a look at the maps that we're having tonight. The first map picked by Nightmare Phoenix. We're going to Haven, Zach. What are you thinking about Haven?
I think that Haven is one of the maps that a lot of people are really comfortable with playing because that's been around since the beginning of Valorant, and by now, even if there have been a lot of new agents coming in, it's pretty much established. You know, you want to try and play a little bit of default. You want to make sure that you get a pick before you rush in on site, and while it's said that Haven is a little bit attack favored, even on defense you can put up a great show, and I think that is what Nightmare Phoenix wants to do because usually, when you see a team pick up Haven, the opposite team tends to go for the attacking side, and that is what AC Sports has done. But Nightmare Phoenix, they are going to be starting off on defense this map, so I think they do have a game plan in mind, going into Haven here.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I love about Haven is that people can get very, very creative when it comes to the compositions of agents here. I mean, Breach is slowly becoming a standard here, and it's not even the beginning of the story, to say the least, for the champion pool, agent pool that you can use here in Haven. And speaking of just that, we're starting the agent select in just a few seconds. A couple of things that I would be expecting here in terms of, initiators is, of course, I would love to see a Breach. I love seeing Breach being used to a full effect. Of course, Fade is still not allowed as of yet to be used, which of course does open the possibility for other initiators to be used. But yeah, Breach, perhaps a Sova. Of course, it used to be essential in this map actually, but slowly people are starting to shy away from the Sova, instead opting for a little bit more utility on perhaps a Sky and a Breach combo.
I mean, yeah, we have seen that coming through in previous matchups, and it's only gonna get worse because in the recent patch, Silva did get quite a bit of a nerf. His drone
Yeah.
only tags twice; it has less of a duration. His shock darts do like less damage than before. It used to be 90, now it's 75. So we already did see the decline of Silva, and I think that's only gonna go further, as is evidenced by the side of. Uh, the opposite, the attackers right now, they are going to be going in for a Sky as well as a Reyna. They are having that double
Ooh.
duelist setup. They want to be emulate. I think they want to emulate the killer duo of Jing and Forsaken here because you are going to see that double duelist combo coming in. Uh, you're also going to be seeing an Astra, I think, off the Kuro here. So off Kuro here. So that is going to be a very interesting agent
Select
comp
your
because
agent.
you don't usually see double duelists on a map like Haven. You do want the double initiators coming in, and I think you got your wish, Matt. It is going to be
Yeah.
Nightmare Phoenix going in for the breach here along with the Silva. So that is going to be a mix of info as well as aggression because the breach really enables you to make really aggressive plays off of the concussion as well as the flashes coming in. And that is what Northside Boy, who is the jet for the side of Nightmare Phoenix, will be aiming to do, I think.
Yeah, for the most part, our compositions for both teams are somewhat standard here. Double initiators for on one side and then the double duelist on the other. And like you said, it's sort of reminiscent of the Paper Rex play style, but I would have to argue that Ace Esports are just a little bit more aggressive because usually you pick a chamber as a sort of a substitute or a better substitute to Arena, some would say, but they're actually opting for both of them. So really frag heavy, just a little bit of that utility on the Sky, which actually, now that I think about it, makes sense that they picked the Astra just to double up on that utility and perhaps a little bit of defense.
Yep, Astra does have a lot of potential, especially when you're aiming to be playing for post plant here, which is what they're going to be doing a lot on the attack. And yeah, that is going to be the aim. So far, it seems like they want to play for picks as the default comes through. The Chamber and the Sky are playing towards main here. Chamber is going to be walking off, and Northside Boy is already going to take a little bit of chip damage from the Jet waiting for him. Rax tries to get a pick on C as well, but it's going to be just some jump peaks coming in from the Omen. And so far, the side of the attackers are content to wait to see if they can get a pick before they push in anywhere really aggressively. The B side is open. There is an alarm bot for info, but Rax, he will get one, but still be taken down. The trade comes through as Chops will get the pick. But in the meantime, though, there has been a kill coming in on B, and that is going to be a 3v4 advantage towards the attackers here.
Yeah, Jello's opening up B side, goes for another tap against North side, but it's North side with the better swing on that Frenzy. Gonna leave North side all alone though, 75 health. And here's the sound cue, but doesn't know where both of them are gonna come from. Flashed on away, uses that beautiful tailwind. But Ace still has a massive advantage at that. He's got two angles against him as well, so North side, too big of a task against him. As the first round, the pistol going in the way of Ace Esports, and I love it. It just really is that classic Haven playstyle. Ace Esports, they just went for those duels during the default, won those duels and took control of B side, and that paved the way for them to get the plant and isolate North side. And at that point, just a little bit too hard for North side to bounce back. And now it's look at the hero buy coming through for both of our duelists. Both of them has got Vandals here, Zach. This is pretty ballsy.
I mean, you do want to, I think they're pretty confident they can manage to hold on to it because, you don't want to have Spectres into the next round. Even if two of your teammates do have those rifles in hand, it can mean so much of a significant advantage here, and that is what they're aiming for. But it's going to be the shorty that does not work out for the side of Northside Boy, as his opponent Jet will be taking him down here. That's the entry gotten, and the A side seems to be open, and look at Jello's position here. However, he does not clear that corner, and that is going to be Jack number 1 getting that kill with the Sheriff. The trades are coming through quickly though. It's going to be a 2v2 still, as Kuro takes down NM. NM Chops will get Kuro 2v1 right now, advantage towards the defense here, as it seems as though towards the attack here, as it seems like it is going to be a clean kill coming through from NM Jack.
Yeah, here's the thing. I was about to point this out earlier. The danger of picking up assault rifles at level 2, around 2 rather, is when you get shut down like that, and when you transfer those guns onto the opposite side, they're gonna have a massive swing in their favor. And especially when you've got 2 of those guns going onto the other side and there's no investment coming in at all for Nightmare Fenix, it just makes it all the more hard to bounce back from. And that's what really was the kryptonite of Ace Esports going into that round. And that's, well, it punished them big time. Look at their economy here, Zach. They got nothing, apart from Shorty from Jellos.
That is really unfortunate, and like you mentioned, Matt, it is going to be that gun given away, to the Sova that is going to enable the defense to win that round. Ace doing a phenomenal job there. They did their best, but still, it is going to be an eco right now. No real guns in play. And the Killjoy is waiting in the corner. If they don't manage to clear it somehow, or, if the trade doesn't come in, that's going to be free for the Killjoy. The Omen smoke will come through as well to make things even more difficult. Rax trying to get a few shots through the smoke, but, it's not going to really damage anything here. 1 minute left on the clock, and still not much control gotten towards any part of the site here. Jellos will dash in, but the turret is going to slow him down, and that's going to be Chops getting the kill on to him. Almost no damage being done as well. And Can I cam on you though? We'll be taking on Peacekeeper. That's going to equalize things to a 4v4 right now.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Peacekeeper's gun is just so far from the hands of the players. Kuro picks up XBK. Northside finally gonna find some value out of that Vandal investment, but Jack knows. Gotta be careful here. He gets peeked, but Chops has got his back. And now they're slowly dismantling this defense down to a 2-on-2 now as Rax
Last
picks up
player
chops.
standing.
But still doable for the Reyna. But Northside just at the better angle and the better timing. And Nightmare Phoenix, again, they secure round number 2 without really losing a lot of that investment. I mean, sure, they did lose 3 of their members, but it's the gun still from round number 1. The heavy investment from Ace Esports getting translated to round number 4. And that hopefully means that they have enough creds for the full buy. Actually, they have more than enough creds for the full buy. They have an op on north side.
Yeah, I think that off might be a game changer here because in a map like Haven, especially if you're holding either A long or C long, it is going to be an almost guaranteed pick, especially when you have to like double peek that or clear it out using utility. So either way you win. You do get the opponent team to invest a lot of utility or you get a kill. And either way it's gonna be a win for you. Northside boy though, he's gonna just peek aggressively and get that first kill. People say Jet was nerfed, but at this point it seems like it's less of a nerf when you're playing so aggressively like Northside boy does over there. Meanwhile though, it's gonna be Jellos who tries to get some garage control here as he pushes in towards the garage. The Killjoy bot still in his usual position, a nano swarm as well to make things even more rough. And I don't know how much control they can get towards that B and C site. So far it is where they've found more success when they're attacking, especially in the first round. Almost had the next one as well, so perhaps they would want to try and do that. Jealous though, he's just gonna be waiting, watching this window to see if anyone's peeking, but the side
Look at the patience though from Chops, just waiting in the behind the wall for the sound cue to come out of the turret. There's a 3-man stack just outside of the window. And Chops has got to be careful where he treads here. Jellos as well, because if he peeks this out, Chops is just gonna be ready for it. Activates a nano swarm. He spots them both out. He gets taken out. Chops, unfortunate right there. They're gonna give up garage because of that. But now 30 seconds left mean that they have to go for the execute into the waiting hands of Peacekeeper. Finally getting concussed and taken out now, but Peacekeeper still has a foothold off that side. Rax now finally making his way. The aggress down into C long. Can I cam you? Still cannot get into sight as he gets flashed off and taken out as well. Nightmare Phoenix 3-1. Just Ace Esports took a little bit of time to get into that site. They were so careful where Northside boy was on that operator that by the time they went for the execute, they were able to punish Chops, but after the fact, they didn't really get anything else.
Placing sentry.
I just have to be. I'm really amazed by how the side of, Nightmare Phoenix is playing this because their defense is almost impeccable. They know that the garage can be held on by the Killjoy, and they're not going to be flicking into a window. They're happy to play B on retake because they do just leave the alarm bot, and they play aggressively towards that A side, which really helps them out a lot because it prevents the side of the attack from getting any kind of control. AC Sports are struggling towards the A side, and I think that Jellos has realized that he's not going to be going towards garage or A. In fact, it's going to be a fairly straightforward B push here as he will use the tailwind to dash into the site here. Watching, the smokes will come through as well. A little bit of spray tries to come through, and the Hunter's Fury is going to be invested off the alarm bot, and that's going to take Ace down. Rax though will get a kill onto Chops in the meantime. The trade's coming through really quickly here, and Northside boy, he is ready with the dash to punish his Reyna, who will be taken down. Has the Blade Storm as well. Both Blade Storms invested, and the right click actually works out for once. Just one player, and well, things look promising after that first kill for the side of AC Sports. It's gonna be Nightmare coming through with yet another round, 4-1.
Northside boy is slowly taking over this game. Once he picked up that op, it seems like an unstoppable rampage of kills from the Jet here. And so efficient as well for Nightmare. They're not Nightmare Phoenix. Each and every round that they've won so far, they minimize the damage. Even on round number 2, where they barely had any investment going into, or they had none at all. And the op from Northside, it's got to be punished here by Ace Esports if they want to swing the momentum back in their favor. Because so far, it's their eco that's getting dismantled. And the silver lining here for Ace Esports is that, well, the ult economy is looking good. They've got the arguably biggest ult in the game, that's the Astra ult. But they got 2 marshals as well, so they really have to find kills with these.
I mean, I like how you said it's the biggest ult in the game because it literally is. It goes across the entire map.
Yeah.
So yeah, this time though it's gonna be Nightmare Phoenix going in for a bit of mid aggression here as they are gonna be pushing through. The Sky is aware of it though, and the flash is going to give away information. Will they check this corner though? And yep, Jealous does, but you know, XP still gets one, gets two. In fact, Ace goes down as well. Kuro finally stopping the bleeding. But the op shot will come through. Kuro with 2 kills, 2v3 right now. And look at Jack's position here. He has pushed all the way through. Cam almost turns around and flicks onto him, but it's not going to be enough. All down to Kuro right now, left in a 1v2 situation. Here's the Joan, and he's going to be pushing a little bit aggressively. But Jack, number 1, he's ready for it, proving why he's number 1 indeed, as it's going to be yet another round for the defense here. And how aggressively are they playing this, Matt?
I mean, it's working, so that's really all they need to accomplish right there. And just look at the amount of credits that the 3 members of Nightmare Phoenix has already garnered up. Not just with the members, everyone. And that's because Northside has just been so good on this op. And a pretty hefty investment as well from eSports going into that last round. Not really finding a lot out of it. They really should have a better hold of these guns, but Northside boy, finally an uncharacteristic miss. That, of course, the first time we've seen that. Now, a little bit playing with fire right now. The attack, but the flash 2 come out means that Northside boy will be nullified for now. But here comes the Cosmic Divide. This is gonna be paid dividends for Northside boy this time. Jealous is now pushing against Long, and Jack just doesn't have the defense in him. Northside boy still in play, but getting pummeled left, right, and center as he gets swung by 2 members. And that's the power of the Astra ult right there. Now a 2 versus 5, but here comes the counter ult.
Do they know the position of these players though? Because there is one in heaven, and nope, they don't. Jealous gets 1, almost gets a second, but Chops will put a stop to it. It's 3 in fact. Chops, how are you doing this? It's going to be a 1v2 right now. The Reyna is detained as well. She's in the smoke though, so she might live to fight another day. Goes in for the defuse here, taps the spike, but does not know the position of these players. Trying to stay alive, but Rax will get the kill. For a second, it looks like Chops had it in the back there, but that Astra pull, you know, it was probably a little bit panic-inducing there, and it is going to be finally a round going to eSports on the attack here. And I think that is what they were missing the entire time. First of all, you did see Northside boy having a rare few whiffs, but more than that, they actually methodically cleared out a lot of corners. Even when you know, the Jet dashed in, you had Kuro following in behind her, making sure that the corners were clear, which is a mistake that they did last time, especially in the round that they lost, the second round. They didn't clear out that corner, and this time they're aware of their mistakes and they're fixing it. So definitely proving to, you know, that they're learning from what they're doing wrong, and that gives them another round. If they can keep this uptick up, hopefully we see a score equalizer coming through soon.
Yeah, and it's you have to start thinking, what happened to Northside boy right there? I mean, he's been having such a phenomenal half here, but the time that it was an absolutely essential kill that should have gone his way. I mean, it was more, not just one bullet that didn't really hit its marks. I believe 3. If perhaps Northside boy was able to get at least that 1 kill, or if he was able to take down Koro, that was absolutely going to pan out very, very differently. But because of that, you're able to invest the Cosmic Divide and take down all of the members except from Northside boy, who eventually fell as well, punishing the op, now putting in the hands of Kuro. But Northside boy, he's balling. He's got the op once more, and he's looking to reclaim his status as a operator user.
I mean, he does have some competition though, and it's not going to be from Jealous, who is the opposite Jet. It is going to be from Kuro instead, who has proven that he has some insanely cracked aim. We saw it from his 3K, you know, almost ace coming through. Well, possible clutch there, but you know, nevertheless, see that it was at a huge disadvantage, and it seems like again a very fast push coming in for the side of eSports here. They do have garage control, and Jealous will take down Chops here. He's been playing the same position multiple times, poor guy. He is going to be paying for it. The flash will come through, and the paranoia will be coming on off of that. And Jealous, he gets a little bit too aggressive and goes down to the breach, but Rax is there for the trade. That is going to be the advantage towards the attackers yet again, and the C side is almost open here. It's all down to Peacekeeper here, who has to do the opposite of what his name suggests and, you know, be really aggressive. Jack number 1 though, he's gonna clear out that lurk towards B, and Can I Cam on You is gonna be down, equalizing things to a 3v3, but the rotation is coming through. It is going to be an A push. The thing is that it's going to be players still left on the A side, and Northside boy does have the watch on short. However, the Astra is smart enough for that, and I think he sees the operator sticking out. That's gonna be Ace getting the kill. 2v2 right now. Let's see if the defenders can retake this.
Post plan for Jack number 1 and Peacekeeper. Massive task ahead of them. They know that Kuro still got the op. They do have a bit of utility to work with. The dark covers are going to be there. I don't believe Paranoia is up anymore. They've used it up, but Jack number 1 slowly inching forward. They have to push this up, but the spam not really working out in their favor. The dark cover finally gonna take it out. He's sticking these Peacekeeper. Oh, he's done it, but Clutch gets the kill as well. Can he get the punish on the op? Yes, he does. Peacekeeper. Amazing play from the Omen.
Pros don't fake. We heard it before. We see it yet again as the defuse comes through. I like how both of them were like, yeah, I'll get half. It's okay if they spray me down. Just stick it, bro. You got this. And it is going to be them getting it yet again. 6-2 right now. A massive advantage to the defenders. 4 rounds in their favor. And the economy is yet again going to be going into the gutter for the side of Ace Esports here. They don't even have many ultimates to play with. They can get an ult orb and put Jellos with that Blade Storm there. But the question is, will they be allowed to? Because Jack number 1, he doesn't want to give them the ult orb for free. He is going to be watching this, and you know, once he knows there are multiple players towards A, it is going to be him still playing really aggressively here because he knows that the opponents are probably going to be on an eco and that he has a little bit of an advantage here. Either way, though, Jellos has decided that he is going to be trying to push mid instead. And look at Peacekeeper here. He just wants to peek. He sees the chamber, gets a kill, but you know, will be taken down. Sadly, Ace will be getting the trade, and it is going to be a 4v4 right now. Jack number 1, though, he is still going to be on that long angle, and he might make all the difference here if he doesn't go spotted. And as I say that he is going to be spotted, Kuro will be seeing his position here, and the gun has been retrieved as well. So there is one hero rifle for the side of Ace Esports here, and if they can use that to punish some of the other players, it might be massive here. Looking at the position, though, it seems like they are going to be going towards the B side yet again. They have gotten the plant here at least multiple times before, and Jellos, he does have the position towards back side here, and they are going to be watching A-Link as the spike makes its way towards the site.
Going for the B
30
execute
seconds
instead.
left.
Such a methodic approach here for B side, but there goes the Rolling Thunder. A little bit too late on that regard, but outside Boy and Chops. Good for 1 apiece. Kuro finally trading things out, but the upgrades just aren't there as he gets pushed up. Jellos! Okay, activates the blades now. The updraft just not working out in his favor. So now it's all down to Kuro, just a sheriff in hand, and the cloudburst against him as well. Finally gets the vandal. He gets the first frag, and this is the second for the clutch, the 3K, and the thrifty, and Kuro saves this round from falling apart.
That was insane coming in from Kuro. I don't know how he does it. He just hits so many shots. And of course, you have to give Jello some credit as well because he bought so much time towards the backside, getting that beautiful headshot onto the breach. And, you know, even though his Blade Storm didn't do much there, it did keep the opponents distracted. And more than that, I'm very confused as to why Northside Boy switched out from the operator there because he knew the position of one player. They knew that the other was backside. And once he went down, he could have just held the angle with the operator. It might have made things a bit easier. And I feel really, really bad for the Silva there because, you know, there are some times when you just don't want to reload, and that was possibly the worst time he could have been stuck in one. I don't think the poor man realized that he was in that position. Either way, though, Jello's again making his way towards the mid here, being extremely aggressive, doing his usual stuff, and it's gonna be the Silva ult popped yet again off of the alarm bot, but this time not making contact with anybody. I think Jellos has again learned his lesson, and that's what I really like about Ace Esports, even though they are at a disadvantage when it comes to the number of the score they have. It is the plays coming in, the quick learnings that they're having on this map that are, you know, working out in their advantage here.
No charges left.
The adaptation, as you mentioned, but here comes the tailwind. Northside's just mowing them all down by brute force, and now he gets concussed, but it's a little bit too iffy here for the teammates. Northside still, they've got spike control. Empress has been called upon here by Rax, but what else can you do? He's got to get these kills. XBK making his way here as well for some artillery support, but Cam on you. Nullifying Jack number 1. Now Northside Boy again pushes up, looking for the ace. Now activates a blaze, but XBK denies him. But no matter, it's still Nightmare Fenix for the round. 7-3. They swing it right back.
Oh no. For a second, it seemed so promising there because,
Yeah.
once the first kill was gotten, once the Stilla went down, it was a 3v4. I'm sorry, a 2v3, and things were much more doable. But unfortunately, it is going to be, unfortunately for Ace to esports anyway, it is going to be Nightmare Phoenix taking yet another round there. And what a play coming in from Northside Boy. He uses the Sova dart to push all the way up towards A long, gets so much control, and the Sova is still waiting for him, right? So it's going to make sure that the Jet
You
can
want
get
to
those two
play?
kills. And
Let's
in close
play.
range with that
Plant the
Spectre,
spike.
it's just going to melt the players here. This time it's going to be a C push, a really fast one as Jelos does manage to dash in. We'll spot the Omen, in fact, and it's going to be the quick backup coming in as well from the Killjoy, as well
Wow.
as the Breach short CT here. Flash comes through, and Nightmare Chops is going to be caught off guard here. But XPX is still alive. As I say that, he goes down. It's going to be just the Chamber left right now. In a 1v2 situation, does have the Tour de Force to work with, but these players, I think they're aware of it, and they don't want to give him the picks here. And the Sova thing Recon making things as he gets tagged.
That's a pretty scary positioning of the rendezvous. He knows it. Can I cam you? He pulls it out, but now he's got no tools to escape. And they know he's got the Tour de Force, which is why Northside Boy and Jack number 1 are careful to peek that. But what an absolute performance already. They took control of site and just wasn't able to keep hold of that site. And well, all they have to do is buy time
Oh, no.
here. Can I cam on you? Pressure is on him to actually push up. He knows where Jack number 1 is, but Northside Boy, for all he knows, might be pushing up from behind, so he's feeling the pressure
30
now.
seconds left.
Can I cam on you? Can you get these kills? The first one to be meeting you in your crosshair will be Northside Boy. He spots it, but Northside Boy
Oh.
just all ready for Can I Cam on you. And 8-3 is the scoreline now, Zach.
Last round
And I
in
gotta
the
say,
half.
this half is looking dire for Ace Esports. They have to at least secure this round to put themselves in a doable position. Otherwise, it's gonna be a 9-3.
Definitely, they are at a significant disadvantage here, and that was their eco though, so they will be having rifles and full armor and utility to go into this round. They also do have that cosmic divide to work with. That was how they won their second round, I believe. Afterwards, they had a really aggressive push towards the A side. They put down the cosmic divide and they just go through, and that seems to be what they want to do yet again here, as they are going to be running in towards that A side. Rax will get spotted here. In fact, 2 or 3 players will be spotted, and the Sky Trailblazer will spot another one up there. But Northside Boy, he wasn't spotted, but he will be spotted now. The ultimate's coming through, and Seekers will give away his position, and Jellos will be able to trade him out. Still multiple players left towards this A side here, and Jack number 1 will somehow get 2 kills there. I don't understand how, but it is going to be a 2v4 right now. Make that a 2v3. Jello's ready with the dash, ready to try and get these picks here. And the thing is that the Breach is the person playing towards his backside here, so they will definitely want to try and use some of that utility here. And Jello's, he will be able to get away. 2v3, 50 seconds left on the clock.
Oh no,
Last player
Jellos got
standing.
flashed by the paranoia, and now they activate the Killjoy ult as well. They really don't want to give Kuro
Oh, no.
a chance, and they chase him down. Put him down there like that, 9-3, and Nightmare
Switching
Phoenix are
sides.
struggling to find their footing. They even invested so much in that last round. They had the luxury of having that cosmic divide, but amazing job from Ace Esports. I mean, from Nightmare Phoenix there. It was a beautiful hold for Jellos as well. He was able to take down 1 before finally biting the dust, but it was enough. The rotation was called on, and they got in time. And now they have so much room to work with. 9-3. And the pistol, remember last time it went in the way of Ace Esports, but right after the fact, Nightmare Phoenix just start taking over and Ace Esports. This pistol round is all the more important than the last one. Let's see if they're going to be able to secure it.
I mean, there is a Jet with a Frenzy. I tell you, it's really scary. Like, Jet and Neon's
yeah.
rushing at you with a Frenzy. It's just so aggressive, and when they're in that close range, it just melts people down. And it looks like Kuro is going to be the one taken down. He is going to be concussed with the Breach utility and will be going down. Can I cam on you? Waiting in the smoke here, but Northside Boy and Jack number 1 have that deadly crossfire. Already 3v5. Spike will be going down as well right now, so things look really bad, especially with Chops on the lurk here. Nobody seems to be expecting it. He gets 2. And that's a flawless. Wow, what a round from a pistol coming in from the side of Nightmare Phoenix here.
Beautiful flank right there from Chops. AC Sports just wasn't expecting that. And was the bane of their existence at the end of it. AC Sports has got to force buy at this point, but no, they're actually deciding not to. Instead, banking on match point here. That might not be the best course of action, but really, what can be the best course of action at this point? When you're up, when you're down 7 rounds, what much can you do? Northside Boy, I mean, at this point, this Marshall is going to be salt to the wounds, just gonna mow them down all potentially. No one even investing on those armors means that all it takes is one tap. It's essentially a tour de force with a lot of bullets on Northside Boy. And slowly they again take control of C Long. It's a pretty good read here actually, but they have to execute soon before the members of Ace Esports opt for the rotate. And finally they go for it. Dark cover is being laid out, but no, they decide to bait on it.
And yep, it is going to be the rotation coming in towards the A side here, as a lot of utility is going to be invested towards B here. I'm sorry, towards C here, and the rest of the team is going to be walking their Kura, though he's still holding down the fourth. He's debating whether to be rotating or not, but he is going to be nevertheless playing towards the back of the site here, and that might be the kill that they really need. If he can get a pick or two, it might prove instrumental for his team, but he has such a tall task on his shoulders, and he is going to be falling back right now. He will hear the breach concuss coming through that, and it's going to be Chops, though, who might be caught off guard. Oh, no! Ace, what a time to turn away, my friend, and that is going to be the first pick coming through for the attackers here. The Reyna will also be really tagged up, so it is going to be a 4v4 as Jellos takes down Chops with a shorty of all things.
Yeah, he's falling there, unfortunate. But here we go, post-plan commences. Jello still holding on to that shorty. Gonna dash away preemptively. He sees Northside Boy, and the Cloudburst did go down. But look at the members of Nightmare, or rather Ace Esports. Low health bar for both of their duelists. Peacekeeper, just holding such a passive angle. Makes it work! A beautiful swing against Rax. He gets one, looks for another, but it's Jack number 1 to close it out. And now 11-3, Nightmare Fenix at the cusp of match point. And let's see what sort of resistance Ace Esports are going to offer up against them. But at least now they pick up as much firepower as they could. But it's really hard to imagine how they could bounce back here, Zach.
Oh, definitely. They have a tall task ahead of them. They will need to get 9 more rounds somehow, while preventing their opponents from getting just another 2. It's huge. The margin is really insane. The thing to remember here, though, that this map is Nightmare Phoenix's pick, so of course they are better prepared for it, and they do have more strategies for it. I think that second matchup, perhaps, if they do end up losing this, will probably be better in their favor. And it's, apart from the next map, though, since we're still on Haven, it is going to be the spike plan coming through as it just dashes in. And XPK will get a kill as well. Jello's finally getting the trade, but XPK is just wreaking havoc there as he gets a second kill as well. And look at where Northside Boy is. He is all the way towards spawn here, and he will be able to take down Jellos. And it's just one player left, all in the hands of Kuro. We saw this man clutch a 1v2 before this, but I don't think it's possible here because there's not much time left either. If he doesn't hurry up, it's just gonna make things worse here as the players. They're gonna be probably chasing him right now because they have the money for a buy, even if all of them die right now. And I don't think that there's much that can be done here. Kuro is just gonna try and save this gun. And that is going to be match points for the side of Nightmare Phoenix here.
Oh, Kuro, he pulls them in. He wants the blood. He gets 2 of them before ending the round, but he gets met from behind. Oh, Kuro doesn't even get to survive with that Vandal. I mean, you gotta admire Nightmare Phoenix. They know exactly where their strengths lie. Even on the eco rounds, they put Northside Boy claiming so much space in Garage. Got that Spectre in hand, most down 2. And then getting the upgrade, and now by then, it was down to 3 versus, I believe, 4 in Ace Esports. So despite the hefty investment, they didn't really get anything out of it. They lose all members too. And it's match point. It's looking like a done game here. Jellos falls as well. Not even getting that Blade Storm activated. And what can they do? Nightmare Phoenix, sorry, are just taking over this game. And again, they go for the same 4-1 strat, this time sending Chops down in mid. So it might be another free kill because Rack is moving up. He knows this. But, Chops is just so good on that.
Chops is a scary man on the lurk, and that is going to be a 3v5 right now. A huge advantage for Nightmare Phoenix, not just weaponry, but also the number of players available. But the run and gun is too good as Ace will be able to take down Northside Boy there. will get a beautiful flash and almost gets a second kill, but no bullets left. And that's going to be Peacekeeper and Chomps each getting a kill. All down to Kuro yet again for the retake. He does have a little bit of Astro utility left. We'll get one, but Chomps is there for the trade. 13-3. That is going to be Nightmare Fenix taking their map pick home and taking the lead in this map best of 3.
Phenomenal showing right there from Nightmare Phoenix. I mean, they look at the scoreline, 13-3. This is not a look that we are used to for Ace Esports. I mean, they had an amazing performance last night, only to be met by this massive wall that is Nightmare Phoenix. I can't wait to see what Ace Esports have to offer up in Breeze. But before we head on to that, and before we go into a short break, I'd just like to thank our sponsors for making this event possible. This event, of course, is co-organized with Cyberport and sponsored by Vertigear and Kodoshop. For those of you who don't know, we are having 2 giveaways. One, a giveaway worth of $200 sponsored by Kodoshop. Just make sure to follow KJC Esports socials and type exclamation point giveaway in chat to show all the instructions. Of course, for our viewers residing in Singapore and Brunei, you have a chance to win a Vertigear chair for, guess what, Zach? Absolutely free. That's right. You heard that right. Just make sure to type exclamation point giveaway and the instructions will be brought up there for you. And that's it, folks, for our first semifinal match for week number 5 of Updraft. See you again after the short break. My name is Zainam, casting here today with Zach.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Zach. With me here is Matt, and we are your casters for the semifinals happening today in this season of KJC Updraft. The match is happening between Nightmare Esports and Nightmare Phoenix and Ace Esports. My bad. And we already saw the first map come through, which was the pick of Nightmare Phoenix. There, they did win their pick. It was
Mm.
Haven, and the final score was 13-3, and it was an absolutely dominating performance. Wouldn't you say so, Matt?
Yeah, phenomenal showing right there from Nightmare Phoenix. On either side, they were just amazing. And now we're going into the map pick rather of Ace Esports, which is Breeze. And I want to know how this is going to pan out because generally Breeze is considered as an attack sided map, but Nightmare Phoenix they gave the attacking side to Ace Esports. So let's see what sort of tricks Ace Esports will have under their sleeve during the attacking side because this is a map where you can get absolutely creative. But Nightmare Phoenix, man, with the showing that they have in map number one, esports have really got to l- scour their playbook because it seems like Nightmare Phoenix is just on a roll tonight.
They have to do two things. They not only have to, play this map really well, but they have to,
Mm.
keep their mental up because after the loss from last game, it can't be easy. Sure, they do have a little bit of an advantage because this is their map pick and, they, do have some kind of plan in mind. And Breeze is a map where if you are going to be starting on attack, you do have an advantage because there is so much control and pushing that you can do towards multiple angles here, multiple sites here. Whether you're getting control of elbow, whether you're getting control of halt. As an attacker, there are a lot of plays you can do, especially if your timing is really good. So I think that. I think that the side of AC Sports, they do have a plan, and hopefully they are able to put it into action. But I'm more interested to see whether Nightmare Phoenix will still be able to bring up the level of aggression they had in from the last map. Because
Mm.
even when they were on defense, you always saw two players from their side playing super aggressively, and I'm intrigued to see if they're going to be doing the same thing again this time.
Yeah, Northside Boy as well. I'd like to point out just how proficient Northside Boy was on the defense in Haven with that operator. Now, one could argue that in Breeze, it's even more important to hit your shots on that op, and it's of course a little bit easier to win those duels because it's such a skill expressive map in the sense that it's got the longest angles in the entire game. Now, in that sense, the op is of course a little bit more powerful because that scope advantage that you have, that zoom advantage, is gonna come into play so much more here, particularly on the defense. So I wouldn't really be surprised if they put Northside Boy on something different, perhaps something like a chamber. But Jet, of course, is just right up there. I mean, Jet has always been the go-to in Breeze anyway. Currently, we've been seeing a bit of a trend of creativity when it comes to duelist and Breeze. I've seen personally a couple of raises. I mean, it's not that often, but definitely a possibility now. Of course, Arena gets a little bit of play in here as well, especially with the combination of double initiators. Sova and a KO combo is getting more and more prominent in Breeze, but we'll find that out right now as we head into the agent select screen. Okay, we're starting with the agent select screen right now, and it seems like again going to be the double duelist setup right now for Nightmare Phoenix. Northside Boy, of course, is on the operator. XBK this time will be putting on the mantle of the Empress, and that's the Reina. And again, it's a super aggressive lineup here for Nightmare Phoenix. If they lock this chamber up, of course, that's going to pave the way for the operators to come into play, and of course the tour de forces, but pretty standard in my opinion. Just a little bit of aggression, but very little information on that Sova. But still, it's a Sova, so can't complain about the information that a Sova provides here. On the flip side of things, we've got a Sky into a Sova. So again, the double initiator I was talking about, but the difference being that usually we see a KO into the Sova because it is very, very, very suppressive when it comes to the aggression in the attacking side. But a Sky, well, can do the
Choose your
same thing
agent.
in a different sense, without the suppression, without the nullification of the abilities of the defense here, particularly the trademark and the toxin screens from the Viper. But of course, Sky is still pretty good on all maps, I would say. Pretty decent
Mhm.
wherever you put him. You put a Sky on, and besides, there's not a lot of utility that the KO can cancel out on this defensive side here for Nightmare Phoenix anyway. Apart from the Viper and the Chamber trademarks, well, of course, the Sky can still be very, very effective against these. Now, the question is, what is Ace Esports going to do on this attack? I've said it time and time again. The attack is where you can absolutely showcase that experience, that tournament experience, because well, that really is where you can get creative with the team strategies and playing off each other. But of course, Nightmare Phoenix, well, we've seen them play last time, and they know how to shut down Ace Esports and Haven. Can they shut them down again in Breeze? We'll find out this time because it might be the last game here of the night, Zach, if Ace Esports
Mhm.
cannot get their sense, cannot get their stuff together. But let's see, it's all going to start with this first pistol round.
Yeah, we are gonna be heading into it. Angelo's, instead of the jet from last round, he is gonna be going in for the Silva instead. Starting off things with the drone really aggressively, and it's gonna be the Chamber who tries to TP away, but Drops will be taken down. XBK though, switching in from the beach to the Reyna, will be getting that trade instead. Still a 4v4 right now. His position is known. Angelos will be getting the pick onto an outside boy.
Spike
Jack
down
number 1
A.
finally getting a trade. It's gonna be a
Last
3v2
player
right now as the
standing.
spike is dropped, but the jet is so low here. It won't matter though, as Rax
Spike
will still be able to take down Jack number 1. Just one player left right now, all in the hands of Peacekeeper here. Tries to put down the Viper, but Kuro is going to be on that Chamber and will get that headshot with that Headhunter. Aptly named, I would say.
Yeah, quick start of the round right there for Nightmare Phoenix. It's a pretty simple setup, actually. They use the Toxin Screen, and then they split the site in half. And XBK offered up a lot of resistance in that push, in that round. Unfortunately, it's just the trades to go in the way of Ace Esports as they do secure that round. And again, it's the confident buy for Rax here. Let's see this time if it's going to pan out differently from the last time, because remember, in Haven, they went for the double assault rifle round number 2 investment. Not really working out now though. Seems like so far Rax racking up the kills of Northside Boy and Peacekeeper hope to keep control of Med with just the classics. And they do deter this push from happening, but Rax, the big guns have been called upon. 47 health, and he's
One
picked up
enemy
2
remaining.
already. And for the
Flawless.
flawless, he closes it out.
That looks a little bit scary for a second because a lot of damage was done towards the mid there, but it is going to be the Flawless coming through, and everybody gets to keep their weapons, which I think that the side of Ace Esports would be very happy about, because the last time around that wasn't the case there. They did happen to lose that full by coming in, and this time it's not going to be the case though. They will be able to get away with the rifles in hand, and it seems like they want to be going in for a commitment towards the B side. As you see, almost all of them stack up towards B main and elbow here, just waiting for the timer to tick down and rush into sight.
Yeah. Rax's Vandal still in play, of course, but contrary to last time, they take it a little bit slow, but it works. They pick up north side, and Peacekeeper's getting pummeled by the sheer amount of utility. Post plant set up for the Toxin Screen. Will it work out? Because Nightmare Phoenix are struggling just to get into sight. The Peacekeeper really is just making them work for this. Finally, Can I Cam on you gonna take out Peacekeeper, and that's gonna permit them off this plant, Zach.
Spike planted.
Yeah, the spike will be going down as Jello's gets
Last player standing.
the plant there, but he almost gets caught with his pants down as he manages to jump into safety. Jellos though will be getting a kill on the flank here, and it's going to be coming down to just Ace here, XBK here in a 1v2 right now. He knows the position of one player. I don't know if he knows that Jellos is towards the backside as well, and the flash is going to be coming through any second right now. He will manage to dodge it, and the counter flash will be coming through from the Reyna. Both the flashes buying a lot of time here with the shock darts as well, and Ace will finally clean things up, and the bonus in fact will be coming through for the side of Ace Esports here.
Yeah, Ace Esports, it took them some time, but finally it seems like they found their groove here, Zach. Round number 3, I mean, last round they didn't even secure round number 2 first half. Now, it was only a single, well, actually didn't really invest anything in going into that round. 4 Spectres and 1 assault rifle, 1 Vandal off the back of a flawless means that they didn't really take any damage into their eco. And Nightmare Phoenix, they are slowly stumbling. It's a complete turn of tides we're seeing between these two teams, and Nightmare course, they're going to opt for these shenanigans, taking control of mid, not knowing that it's again the B rush from the members of Ace Esports. They've already put themselves inside. They're going to tuck in here and go for the post-plant defense. But from behind, can they actually spot this lurk out? They have one member watching for it. Northside boy, oh, he gets covered. Ace is just ready for it. And now it's 3-on-5. Oh!
It's gonna be It's gonna be Chops and XPX though who get 2 kills each, making it a 2v3 right now. Very doable. But as I say that, XPK will be going down. It's all down to Chops here. Will be able to pick up that rifle, but he is nevertheless going to go down to Ace here. I don't know why he stopped shooting. Really unfortunate because he almost had the kill there. And that's gonna be 0 for a reasonably good Thrifty, I would say, because they did manage to get those 2 guns out of the hands of Ace Esports. But the economy is really looking healthy for them, and they also have managed to get those ultimates in their pocket. They have the Hunter's Fury as well as the Viper's Pit online. So, you know, unless Northside Boy pulls out the magic that he had last game with the Operator, it seems like this round is skewed towards the side of Ace Esports as well.
I mean, it seems like Nightmare Phoenix is banking everything on that op play from North side. They want him to bring it back out again, but the read is just not there. It's the quick execute down into A, it seems like, because the 4-man stack.
Deploying
One
drone.
lurk being sent means that that operator might be hitting its mark more sooner than expected. Here you go, they open up A side, 2 big frags on that, and I cam on you. That opens up the possibility of the Viper's Spit, and the retake is going to commence now, and still Northside Boy. Oh, the op is now gone. It's all down to Jack number 1 and Peacekeeper, and remember, they invested everything into this round. And they bounce back with this Jack number 1, trying to make it work, but Rex is just all ready for that swing. Now Peacekeeper retrieves the op, and I expect him to go for the save here, but he gets spotted out by the recon. Getting pummeled out now. There's no info where he's at. Oh, jealous. Okay. Can he make the shot right here? It does, and now Peacekeeper reveals himself. Oh, he's gonna get pushed up here by both of these members with Peacekeeper. Wants to hold on to this op. Rex! Oh no! He picks up Peacekeeper, and that's the op gone in the hands of the defense. 5-0 here, Zach.
Things are looking really scary right now because it seems like the side of Nightmare Phoenix, they are gonna have barely enough for another buy, I think. Or are they just gonna go in for a half buy of some kind? That does seem to be the case here, as you see Marshals and some pistols coming through for them. They do have some ultimates to work with, so it's not entirely hopeless. They have 4 of them, in fact, and if Jack number 1 can get a couple of kills off the Hunter's Fury, and Peacekeeper can lock down a side with the Viper's Pit, it might be the round going in the favor of them, but the momentum is definitely in the favor of Team Ace Esports here as they make their way towards the A side this time. The Viper's wall has gone down. The Sky, I didn't know the Sky Trailblazer could do that as it clears out a lot of those important angles here, but look at Kuro.
Nowhere!
Spike planted.
Yeah, picks up 1 from behind, was ready for Peacekeeper to go on the lurk. Now 34 is activated, but that toxic screen is just so annoying to deal against. They push up with the Marshal and through the force. Chops actually gets the tag, so it doesn't get anyone as of yet, but 103 gonna be called upon in this round where they really have a lot of investment. Fortunately, have a lot of ults available. Max ready for the swing from Chops, from up close, and he looks for more, but Jack number 1 amazing on that Marshal. Post plant setup available right now as Peacekeeper picks up Raze, just dismantling this defense, but there comes the lineup now, the artillery fire from downtown, and they can't even go for a defuse, but Can I Cam on You has got everything riding on those lineups, and they make it work, the clutch! 6-0, they deny that round. Fantastic job from Ace Esports.
I like that even though they knew it was a thrifty round and, you know, the fact that they had the numbers advantage for a long time, they still decided to go for the lineup. Like, Can I Cam on You was like, you know what, you guys can do whatever you like on site. I'll just be vibing here with my post-plant setup, and I will clutch the round out if you guys do mess up there, which, you know, they didn't all go down, but Can I Cam on You was extremely defendable with his, you know, beautiful lineup setup there. So it is going to be 6-0 right now. The full buy again coming in for the side of Nightmare Phoenix here. They do have the operator yet again on Northside Boy, and let's see if this time at least he can get the shot, because last time he was caught off guard in a terrible position. And either way, it seems like they want to go towards the B side. Can I cam on you? In fact, 4 players here, but Rax and Ace will take down both of the players. Northside Boy again going down without having impact on the operator here, and that is going to be a 5v3 retake attempt coming in, even as the spike will go down.
Yeah, 3 versus 5, and again, Nightmare Phoenix at a pretty disadvantageous position. They do have the Empress at hand, but can XBK carry this round all the way to victory? Let's see, that's about to find out. But Kuro from behind, Jack number 1. Rax turns away at the perfect time, and this can work out for XBK. He doesn't swing the right way, and he doesn't. XBK dismisses out on. Doesn't actually Empress as of yet, but Chops, that kill might just activate that ulti. They have enough time for this. Jellos, he gets taken out as well. They don't even need the ult, it seems like, but XBK, oh, he just have it. Not enough in the tank, and that's the 7th round in a row. Ace eSports.
I think that Kuro's favorite agent is arguably this chamber, because we saw him with that precision accuracy on the Astra last game, and this time he has all the guns that anybody can want to play with. Like, sure, you can buy a rifle, but you already come with a headhunter, sheriff, as well as the operator, the tour de force. So I think that he is absolutely having the game of his life here, and the scores seem to dictate that as well. 0-7, and you know, it's nice that last time it was Kuro who was solo holding up the team, but Rax has woken up. He's gotten his coffee, he's gotten whatever he needs to have the impact that he needs to be having as a duelist, and he's doing a fantastic job here. The recon will come through, won't be marking anybody. The blade storm from Northside Boy will be available as well, and it seems like despite being spotted and all the utility being dumped in their face, they still do want to go for this B-side commit.
A little bit more defense investment down in these sides. Beautiful read right now for Nightmare Phoenix, but look at north side swatted out of the sky, and Peacekeeper will be there for the backup, but it's still a trade to even things out. XBK now pushing up, and now it's all down to XBK because of the members falling down. Jack and 16 Chops from nowhere gets traded out, and they walk off with a man advantage after that. So again, a massive task ahead of him. XBK is overhealed, so 150 health to his name. But will he actually activate the Empress now that he needs to? I'm talking to ball down into this duel about to happen against
30 seconds
I'm not even sure who he's gonna watch out here for first. It's Ace, who of course will be inside going for the plant. He gets the headshot. It's too easy for the Reyna. Now it's the mind game. Where is he gonna come from? But Rax, oh no, he's got the better position here. He spots just the nick of the shoulder. And XBK didn't even know where Rax was gonna come from. 8-0 now, Zach, and Ace eSports. They're looking at top form.
Oh, that they have gotten 8 rounds in a row, and again, it's going to be a bit of a thrifty coming in for the side of Nightmare Phoenix here. I don't understand what happened to them from last game, because you saw them playing so aggressively on defense and, you know, coordinating with each other, but this game, they're just having a lot of trouble starting things up, especially last round. It looked so promising after Northside Boy got the first pick, but I think he just got a little bit too greedy with that repick with the Blade Storm there, and it is going to be the equalizer coming through, and of course the disadvantage eventually. Again, it's going to be a push towards the B side with that Sova drone there. Will spot out the Viper, but will not be able to tag her as the Viper snake bite will stop the drone from happening. And it's gonna be second kind of drone invested. The Sky Trailblazer as well as the Recon. 3 players on site. All of them have been spotted right now, and it's going to be just a battle of the guns right now.
Ace gets dinked down to 33, but still alive and thinking can't heal himself up, knowing he's the Sky, but they decide to press on. Rax again pushing for the tailwind into the cloud burst. Secrets activated as well before risking that fall down, but Ace getting the plant. Trades happening across the board, but you gotta remember, Nightmare Phoenix, they don't have a lot of firepower going into this round, but seemingly they're making it work. Northside Boy gunning for the retake. Peacekeeper falling down. Loses their foothold down for backside, but Jack number 1 takes care of Can I Cam on you. That's the Viper spit going down, and Nightmare Phoenix, they're doing it now. Jellos reveals himself down for the 1 versus 1 as he takes the adversary, but finally Northside Boy gonna win that swing down from tunnel 4-3K. In the first round, Nightmare Phoenix, they claim it 1-8.
That was too close, and honestly, it was fantastically played by the side of Nightmare Phoenix. You know, once they realized that there's only one player who's usually lurking for the side of AC Sports, everybody else just comes in a group, and they managed to capitalize on that. The instant rotation as well as the trades coming in really made things much easier for them. And of course, Northside Boy with that final shot. Sure, he only had 40 HP, but he hit the perfect headshot, and that is going to be, like you mentioned, the first round finally for AC Sports, a much needed breath of air. And if they can get another at least 2 or 3 more rounds, if they can make this in 8-4 half, they will be able to possibly take this 2-0, because Breeze is a map where when you are on attack you will have an easier time of things, as is being evidenced by the side of AC Sports here. But look at Northside Boy's position all the way down here, and yep, he will catch Kuro off guard. That's gonna be first blood finally coming in. Northside Boy has managed to wake up. He is playing the same way as last game and finally having a huge impact here.
Finally, Nightmare Phoenix gets the advantage before Spike goes down. Northside Boy pressing up elbow. They don't want to give it away, but Jack number 1. The chamber falling there means that there are no trademarks anymore, which means that they actively have to watch for this elbow angle. And Ace up for the task now, uses the Hawk for a bit of an aggressive play here. But still no one biting the bait here. Down to gets chipped down by 50 health, but no less. Here we go. One spots the barrel and Rax just
Scanning
falls.
ahead.
And now Nightmare again. Here we go. Finally, they're finding their groove here and they're dismantling this assault. They're pushing up as well from mid. Peacekeeper ready for this wing in case it happens.
30
Then
seconds
16
left.
chops. He pays the price, but Peacekeeper
One
still an
enemy
aggressive
remaining.
angle. He picks 2 up. Looking to
down
close this
B.
one out, but Ace trades him out. So now it's down to Northside Boy. Behind that cloud burst, 1v1 between him and Ace has got no cover to go to, and he's getting pushed up. Jack number 1, good for the 1 kill, but it's all they need. 3-8 now. Nightmare Phoenix slowly crawling back up, or 2-8, but they're slowly crawling back up either way.
I mean, if they play the way they played these last 2 rounds, it will be a 3-8 soon, Matt. So you're just calling it out a bit early. And looking at, I think that Nightmare Phoenix, they finally found their groove here. And they do have a lot of ultimates to work with as well. They have the Hunter's Fury from Jack number 1, the Empress, which XPK has had for a while, but he seems hesitant to pop. I think he just wants to do it for the glory, pop it when there's everyone rushing towards him. And
You want to play?
And of
Let's
course,
play.
they do have the Viper's Pit from Peacekeeper, who can pop it when they want to defuse like last time, or just preemptively, activate it so that it doesn't catch people. But Kuro will whiff the shot, but will be able to get away alive here. Meanwhile, Rax, look at his position with the Blade Storm, really playing aggressively here. And the thing to note is that this is mostly an eco. 3 players are gonna only have sheriffs and
Revealing
pistols
area.
here. The Blade Storm is available, as is the Chamber Oath though, so even though they don't have the rifle advantage, they do have weaponry that they can work with here. Not having a KO really really proving annoying here, because 1 KO knife will be shutting down both the Jet and the Chamber. Either way though, I digress. It is going to be Northside Boy who might be picking into Kuro here, who whips yet again. Unfortunate. And yeah, it does seem like they want to go towards the A site right now.
Absolutely, Kuro. These shots are absolutely essential. Rax opens it up. Chops finally answers back. Both Hunter Furies activated. That's the execute now happening. Seekers activated by Ace. And now, Nightmare Phoenix, they're the ones at a deficit position. 2 versus 4 in this post plan. And they've already invested
Last
that
player
Hunter's
standing.
Fury. And now it's all down to Peacekeeper. Down coming from mid just now. But it seems like they've got a pretty good idea that that's where he's gonna come from. He gets spammed through the wall. That's just
Last
9-2
round
here.
before
They
the
bounce
switch.
right back, and Ace Esports again with the fortitude. They deny Nightmare of the comeback. And at least they're looking for 9-3 here, Nightmare.
I mean, the 3-9-9-3 half can always prove to be useful, because there is that psychological effect it seems to have on the team that has a score of 9. Half the time you see it happen in VCT, you see it happen in your own games. There's always something that happens in the back of your head, like, oh no, it's 9-3. This is how I lose today. And that is probably what the side of AC Sports would, Nightmare Phoenix would want to go for here. Even as the aggressive B push comes in, the Trailblazer won't spot out anybody, as the Viper is playing a little bit away. They will have to wait for the orb as well as the snake bite to dissipate before they can make their way onto the site.
Our spike carrier is dead.
Slowly pushing up here.
Spike
Peacekeeper
down,
shuts
B.
down Can I Cam on you. That's the Viper gone, but the toxin screen not really necessary anymore as Rax already inside. Into that space, they spot each other out. Peacekeeper falls, but still the blades from the back of it
Spike
takes down
down,
Ace
B.
and Rax as well. And now Jack number 1 pushes up with Kuro. Amazing swing right
enemy
there.
remaining.
Looks for another and gets it as well against Chops.
I have the spike.
So now again, it's for XDK to close it out. But Empress at the ready. Gotta invest it this time because it's the last round. But the good thing is, they don't know he's gonna come from B main. So XBK has that going for himself. And only Kuro does have the operator
Standing
in hand.
ahead.
They expect him to come from a backside, from CT.
30 seconds
Now
left.
they have an inkling of doubt now, just waiting for the plan to come through. XBK reveals himself, but he
I
gets taken out.
survived much worse than you.
10-2. And what has happened here, Zach? It's the same
Switching
game,
sides.
but it's the reverse Uno.
A reverse Uno, indeed. That's a good way to say it. As it is going to be a 10-2 advantage towards eSports, who have proven that their map pick is their pick for a reason, as they do a phenomenal job on the attack. The thing is that it's gonna be Nightmare Phoenix on the attack right now. The thing is, will they be able to make up this round deficit? Because again, like on Breeze, when you have so many angles you can attack from, and if you're playing aggressively, especially if you're gonna be playing like last game's Northside Boy as well as XPK, who were super aggressive. If you do see that kind of play coming in from them, they might be able to get quite a few rounds. But the question is, will it be enough? Because this kind of an eight point deficit, I don't know if it's possible.
Yeah, it's absolutely possible.
Deploying
Statistically improbable. But again, a lot of
Enemy
them driving down into this pistol round, and they go for the quick execute here. They actually get the tag onto Can I Cam on you, and he gets spamming. He gets spammed out by Chaps and Northside Boy, and it's the quick execute that's maybe gonna pave the way for them to take a massive hold into the site and round. But the Toxin Screen is now out for the count for the defense. Gonna make this post-plant take so much harder with Northside Boy just absolutely anchoring down into that spike. Ace finally gonna remove that Ace under the Nightmare sleeve. But Ace pushing up, uses that beautiful flash. But this trade still to come out, so 2 versus 2, Jack number 1, a very, very doable spot.
player
But they
standing.
should take Ace down. The fuse now coming through. Peacekeeper
Last
is
player
getting held
standing.
down. But a beautiful lineup. Kuro, do you have it in you to get the headshot? All it takes is one shot for Peacekeeper, and he gets it. The clutch and Nightmare. They buy themselves the space that they need.
Still in their favor is going to be exactly what they needed, because it could be the start of the comeback, which, like you mentioned, although improbable, is still definitely possible. And yeah, that was quite a round coming in from them, especially Peacekeeper. But I like how both these Vipers are like, you know, we're just gonna play lineups, guys. It's okay, we got the round. If you get the spike down, we'll do our job. And that's exactly what happens. Peacekeeper will be doing a lot of damage to the chamber off that Viper's snake bite, and will also get the shot onto Ace. The fact that he managed to fight is what wins them the round, because otherwise it would just be the defuse coming through. They are going to have that upgraded buy right now, and again you see a rifle as well as a bulldog coming through. Northside Boy, he doesn't give up. He always wants to go in for that battle buy, and he is going to be aggressing off the back of that.
Oh, again, they take out Can I Cam on you with just a recon ball. Beautifully used right there for Jack number 1. And this time they take control of halls. They hear the sound cue. Chops is ready for this! Ugh. They're banking on that shorty to take control of that area, but now door is open. Kuro is the last man having a hold of that bridge area. But right now, look at the vision. Look at the eye lines here for Ace. They're split up. They have to watch out for 2 different
Last
angles.
player
And from
standing.
behind, Northside Boy capitalizes. So does Chops. And it's all too easy for the Flawless as well. Nightmare Phoenix. Again, pretty hefty investment on those guns, but they make it work with the Bulldog and the Assault Rifle.
I think that Northside Boy learned his lesson from the last time he bought rifles. You know, he decided like, you know, I'm 47 HP, bro. You can take this gun. Just give me your Spectre. I'll go lurk towards mid and see if I can get another pick. And he managed to make it happen. Really well played by him. And it is going to be 4-10 right now. If they can win this bonus round, it is going to push the side of the defense. It's going to push AC Sports into a eco there, and it might make closing the gap between them even more possible here, as they are going in towards the B side. It's always Can I Cam on you who is left in these situations. This time though, he's not going to be spotted by the drone, as in he's not going to be tagged by it, even though his position is known. And look at Northside Boy, he's just trying to walk through and get a kill here, and does manage to do that, but he's gonna lose a lot of HP in the meantime. And yeah, it seems like the spike should go down without much ado. With Ace, what is that wallbang? He gets the kill, but Peacekeeper gets the trade. 4v3 right now. Make that a 4v2 as Jack number 1 takes down his opponent. So can this retake still go through? Let's find out.
3 versus 2 now, looking unlikely for Rax and Kuro. Nightmare Phoenix with a newfound rhythm. Jack number 1, no! He doesn't get cleared up, and now it's all down to Rax, who doesn't even have it in him against the Jack number 1, who, mind you, only had 1 HP in that 1 versus 2. Man, you have to clear that angle every single time, and it seems like Chops, or rather, Kuro felt like he cleared the angle, but wait, hold up. Is that a Sova I see? And he goes for the second swing, but by that time, man, Jack number 1, just a Spectre. Easy to capitalize off of that situation. 5-10. Nightmare Phoenix, are they going to be permitted this comeback? So far, it seems like the answer is yes, because look at the eco for Ace. They got nothing.
They do have those shorties to work with, which can be
yeah.
absolutely devastating if you're playing the right crossfire angle. But they do have an utility to clear out things. Ace tries to go in for a kill, but XPK is going to be taking down Can I Cam on you, and Jack number 1 will get the trade as well, even as he peeks a little bit too aggressively. Yellowstone, he is holding towards his elbow angle here. Will spot out one player, but it's gotta get wall banged by Chops there. There's 2 players left right now, one towards CT. Make that 1 all down in the hands of Rax here. He's just gonna be waiting to see if anyone's gonna be pushing into him. But Jack number 1 yet again with the 3K will clean things up, and that's gonna be 6-10, 4 rounds in a row. It seems like Nightmare Phoenix have finally managed to figure out how to do things well. To be fair though, it is a bit better on attack, and they're definitely showing that their attack potential is insane. Especially when they're pushing onto site, they're very methodical about it. You see the Sova Recon, the Sova Drone, the Sky Trailblazer, a Flash on top of that. It's impossible for anyone to play aggressively towards the entrance of a site if they are going to be attacking it.
Shorty just didn't work out in their favor. The couple of shorties right there. But Rax picks up that op in the hopes of saving this game from falling apart. I mean, they still are 4 rounds ahead, so all things considered, they're not at a pretty good spot. I would say they're even at a good spot right now, 10-6. But again, it's the quick A execute that they can't seem to shut down. Rax again falls, so does Can I Cam on you. So that's the Viper gone. And the Viper's pitch to go down means the plant is so easy to defend now, especially when everyone's pushing up against them, and they've got mid control as well. Oh, this defense, this post-plant defense is all so easy. And all they gotta do is wait. And Kuro slowly walking up to this crossfire being set up. Bridge is getting pushed down. Kuro good for a swing, but look at that. Exactly what I was talking about. All they have to do is hold. And Nightmare Phoenix, they pick up another round. And Ace's economy again falters.
I think that was a beautiful round coming in from them. Poor Peacekeeper is not having a good time, because every time he seems to be getting caught off guard, whether it's on A side or B side, North side boy is just getting the better of him. As he needs to figure out, he needs to probably get a teammate to back him up or something, because I feel really bad for Can I Cam on you, but it's just really unfortunate for him. Either way though, it is going to be yet another eco coming in for the side of Ace Esports here. This time 3 sheriffs and a shorty to play with. They don't have any ultimates really that they want to invest. They do have the Seekers, but they don't really want to use it unless they have an overwhelming advantage in this round. Already NM Chop starting things off with Can I Cam on you being the first pick in this round. That leaves A side really vulnerable right here in Jellos. He tries to see if he can spot ahead, but the Viper wall is proving to be too good here. Look where Chops is. Will be able to take Kuro. No, Kuro gets the better of him.
Wow, what a shot right there. But Jack number 1 using that gun advantage to his advantage. Plant finally gonna go down. Rax still making a lot of noise from back line, but he gets taken out nonetheless. And it's all down to Kuro, who can't make a repeat of that beautiful headhunter shot. And when all said and done, Zach, it's still another round going in the way of Nightmare Phoenix. From 10-2, we're now at 10-8. And the op just not working out in the favor of Ace Esports. They invested again on Rax, but you really have to get your shots going with this op.
Definitely, he does have it. He does also have the Blaze Storm to work with if he's in a tight corner. But the question is, will that be enough? The thing is, Kuro also does have his Tour de Force though, so they'll have
You want to
operators on
play?
each
Let's
side right now.
play.
They will be the counter up invested though from the side of Chops here. So it's gonna come down to who peeks into which angle at the right time or who falls off it at the wrong time. And look at the position of this operator from Rax here. Unless they flash this angle, it might even be a pretty free pick for him. And it might be the case here. Sova John coming in towards mid, trying to see if he can spot out anybody. I don't know if Chops is gonna get away scot-free or not here.
Chop doesn't get spotted out. Rax doesn't get the shot quite off, and again, it's a B side wide open. Let's see if this Viper's gonna survive. Yes, he will for now. Can I cam on you? Now denying that sight from all of the attack here from Nightmare Phoenix. But Kuro with the up, secured mid side, so he thinks. But from down under for the left side, Chops is right there, so whoever pushes up is going to fall here. But the pressure is on Kuro. Actually, push this, and he does. Right into the waiting arms of Chops, and now it's all falling apart. So much investment in this round, and it's all down to Can I Cam on You, who has been stuck in this position for the entire round. He gets the single frag, but that's it. 9 to 10. Double up investment, and still the defense is destroyed by Nightmare Phoenix.
I feel bad for Kuro because he almost had the perfect jump peak onto his alternate chamber, but you know, just it's the chamber up is just faster, and it seems like Chops had the timing perfect. It is going to be 9-10 right now. Score is almost equalized, and it is going to be a force buy, a sort of half buy force buy mix coming in for the side of the defense here. Ace Esports looking really rough because they've just lost about 7 rounds in a row. They will have to try and make this work here. Looking at what they've opted to buy, Can I Cam on You? I think he wants to play up close yet again. This time though, he does have the judge, so that can prove pretty devastating here. However, looking at how Nightmare Phoenix is playing so far, they are methodically clearing out each close corner before rushing in. There's no blind stuff happening, so I don't know if Can I Cam on You will really have a huge advantage there. On the opposite side, it is going to be Rax who does have the Blade Storm as well. And the defense, they have to make this work because unless they do, it's going to be scores equalized and they are going to be pushed into a complete eco. So I don't think they really want that. They have to make this round work. They've had 7 chances to do it so far and none of them have worked out. This is arguably their last chance before the momentum like completely shifts in the favor of Nightmare Phoenix here.
They really have to dig deep here, Zach, because while their economy doesn't allow that, they definitely can try perhaps aggressive shenanigans to just stem the bleeding at this point. Because so far they've been trying a lot of things. They tried the op, they tried just not giving away sight at all. Perhaps it's time that they completely give away sight and then just go for the retake, because they did do a pretty good job on the attack, which is why I'm wondering why they haven't opted for that more. But instead they invest the Viper Spit, so they really don't give away these sites. But it's a pretty good decision though, because it's a 4-man stack down in B that's immediately halted now because of the pit.
Take flight.
It's gonna be just the Sova though who is doing his best to take it. As the rest of the players, they are heading into that B side. North side boy will take down that ultimate, and it is going to be the B side open right now. Spike will be dropped though as Kuro gets the headshot onto Beastkeeper there. That's the Viper down. No more cheeky walls for you, my friend. Chamber taking a little bit of damage, but will be able to TP away, and it is going to be a 4v4. Spike has been received as well. And North side boy, what is that shot onto Kuro? Excuse me, sir, that is illegal. Kuro going down. That's gonna be a disadvantage yet again for the defense there.
Blocking sight.
The Spike will finally go down. Northside boy still with that Blade Storm, feeling very confident, I would say, looking at how he's playing.
Rax does still have a couple of blades to work with, but the retake is about to commence. Chops from main. Finally, actually getting the shots. Not the connects. XPK activates the Empress against Jellos, and Chops pushing up. It's all down to Rax now, who doesn't have the blades anymore. Only a shorty to work with, and we all know how that works out from long range. It doesn't. What a round that was. I mean, I was expecting the retake to commence, considering that it was the round that is absolutely pivotal for Ace Esports. But no, they refused to give away sight, instead doubling down on the defense. But they weren't expecting them to push up against Can I Cam on You. and they got punished big time for it, 10-10. And at this point, Zach, you have to start considering the mental state of Ace Esports, because they started off with a massive lead, only to get hard stomped in the second half.
It is. The comeback story is real as Arax will aggressively peek. We'll finally get that pick, first pick, but XPK is there for the trade. And Chops, he has the open B side. He's just strolling through. He's like, it's a lovely evening. I'm just going to go for a walk. And yep, B side's open. I think the call has come through and the rotation is coming through as well as yet another player goes down there for the side of AC Sports. And this looks almost hopeless right now as Jumpy comes through, will survive, and Chops is like, yeah, no, you guys, I have the site, just come back, it's okay. And Jack number one still holding down mid with the operator. If anybody comes through these doors, they are gonna have a rough time right now, and I think that's what he expects. And yep, Spike should just go down. And honestly, at this point, if they do have any decent weaponry, they should just go for a save, especially Crow there, because after this round, I don't think they're gonna have money for a buy as well. They're forced to try and make things happen, but I don't know if that's going to be good enough. Cam has managed to pick up the upgrade, and let's see if this 3v4 actually materializes in any kind of form.
Chops was like, you will not pass, but here we go, can I come on you? She nullifies that off from Jack number one, so it's still
Out of charges.
an equal manpower fight here, but Spectre in the hands of Jello. And they've already invested a
One enemy remaining.
They don't have a lot going for them, and Peacekeeper just swings out beautifully for the 3K. And he's not even gonna need the help of his teammates. And Peacekeeper's got the Viper Spit once more. Nightmare Phoenix, they're looking so good again. Oh.
That's 9 rounds in a row, and yet again they have all the ultimates. They have everything they need in their hands. At this point, the best hope that the side of Ace Esports has is to go in for an eco right now and try to buy next round and take this to overtime somehow, because they have absolutely no money in the bank. They are hitting rock bottom here, and it seems like yet again it's gonna be a push towards the A side by the side of Nightmare Phoenix here. Chops lurking towards mid, won't be spotted by that recon either, so that might be a big push here right now as he gets the pick onto Cam. It's gonna be the side, it's gonna be the Jet who tries to get the second, but nope, Chops will get the second instead. Goes for the double peek. They can't decide who to shoot, and finally Ace will take him down. Just 2v4 right now though. The guns can't be picked up either, so I think that this is yet again another round that's gonna be going in the favor of Nightmare Phoenix.
One enemy
Chops
remaining.
is done. He's already created that space. It's all down to Kuro now, but just a headhunter is barely enough for this to go on, and not enough health either. And all it takes is a classic from north side. Just one right click, and
Match
now
point.
the dreams are getting crushed from Ace Esports. It's 10 rounds consecutively that Nightmare Phoenix have won, and this dream from Ace is now a nightmare. And Phoenix, they single-handedly turn this game around, and they're looking to close it out right now. They're looking to end it. Rax picks up the op once more. But we've seen this story before. Is it going to be any different here, Zach?
I'm not sure, because so far the speed at which the side of Nightmare Phoenix is playing, it seems like there's not much that the operator can do against them. And especially because they use so much utility to clear out all the angles that the operator could possibly be holding, it just seems almost hopeless. And right now, I cannot imagine the pressure that AC Sports must be feeling, because they were at 10-2 and now they're at 10-12. The comeback has been real from the side of Nightmare Phoenix, and you have to really respect that, because when you're that low, you might just be thinking, GG, let's just go next map. But Nightmare Phoenix are like, no, buddy, we got this, we'll take it, and they are very close to taking it home and making this a 2-0 semifinal.
Yeah, I really gotta commend the mental fortitude of Nightmare Phoenix. They shrugged 10-2 off, and they were like, okay, now it's our turn. and it's just a phenomenal showing from all of the members here. I mean, look at the scoreboard. The frags aren't really that far off from each other, and that's just a testament to how well all of the members of Nightmare Phoenix are performing here. 10 rounds consecutively. I mean, look at the scoreboard. Look at that. It's unheard of when these sort of things happen, and it's the map pick of Ace Esports of all things. Look at them, the amount of money that they have right now. 3 ops being bought out, And I wouldn't really be surprised if Nightmare Phoenix decides to stick with this because no matter how unconventional having an op is on the attack, Nightmare Phoenix, they seem to make it work. And a lot of it is because they buy so much space without really losing a lot of things. Chops goes for the lurk almost always. It's either the lurk or the push to come out of Chops, and you can almost always count on Chops to get that touch, get that kill, or secure site all on his own. This time though, Kuro, okay,
Here.
panning out to be not the silent chamber that
Enemy.
he seemingly is for the second half. Finally picking up the first frag for Ace.
Thing is, he also got it on a person with the operator. Jack number 1 was
True.
holding that angle with an op, so he just gets the headshot. And look at this, 60 Chops has an extra gun as well. He's like, I have so much money that I'm not only gonna keep this operator from last round, I'm also going to buy a rifle because why not? And that's indeed a good question. Why not? Everything seems to be going in their favor, and they do have that Viper spit still available. They didn't invest it last round, so they are gonna be trying to capitalize on it this round. XBK gets that kill onto Ace, making it a 4v4. Viper Spit is
Spike
committed.
planted.
The retake is on. Jealous though, he will take down SBK as that little bit of overeager peek comes through. And look at the HP on Peacekeeper with the sky down. There's no way to top him up either. All it takes is one stray bullet. If that hits him, that's game over for the Viper Spit. And
Oh,
the
there you
retake is
go.
suddenly very much possible here.
Yeah, exactly what you were
There you
talking
go.
about. One straight bullet from Peacekeeper is now down, so the retake commences. But they're still putting up such a good fight. Chops and Northside Boy pick up one apiece, and Chops good for one more. Brings out the Headhunter to close it out.
Attackers win.
And there you have it, Nightmare Phoenix. They take down Ace Esports and they advance to Week 5 of Updraft's Grand Finals.
All I have to say from that was sheesh, because that game I thought it was over. I'll be honest, like you mentioned, it's not impossible, but it's never impossible, and I think that Nightmare Phoenix has definitely proven that comeback. They didn't let them get a single round on defense. They just won 11 consecutive rounds in a row. They're like, nope, you're not getting a single round. This is our game to play. And look at the scoreboard here. Northside Boy with 5 first bloods, really proving to be hugely impactful. Like once you switch to sides, once you put him on attack, he just had no fear. Every round you could see him
Yeah.
smoking off, dashing in. And of course, all of that was possible because of the utility that his team was providing him. They made sure that there was nobody waiting with the judge or shorty or whatever in close angles or an operator holding it. And after that, the space that he was able to get them as their star duelist, it was just phenomenal.
Yeah, Northside Boy and 16 Chops deserve the credit. They create so much space for their team, whether it be the lurk for Chops or the entry for Northside Boy. It's always effective on the attacking side. And what more is there to say there, Zach? It was a beautiful comeback and a beautiful end of the day here. The semifinal match concluded now. We have our first team in the grand finals here for folks, and it's Nightmare Phoenix. Before we close the night, though, I'd like to take this moment to thank our sponsors, Coda Shop and Vertigear. Of course, Updraft is also co-organized with Cyberport. And while you're at it, folks, while we are still here, make sure to check out our giveaway. We have a VP giveaway worth $200 sponsored, of course, by Coda Shop. And we have a Vertigear gaming chair giveaway for our viewers from Brunei and Singapore. Just type exclamation point giveaway in chat. Follow all of the instructions to make sure to put your hat in the ring. Again, that's it for our semifinal match here. Zach, thanks for joining us tonight with Updraft. My name is Dadam here, of course, with Zach. See you guys tomorrow again for semifinals of the next two teams in Updraft.